Hello, we're the Clark family, and we've sold our house and packed up our lives and moved to Galicia in northern Spain.
So follow us as we start our new lives, learn new skills, join a new community and try to live a more sustainable life.
Hi guys, welcome back to a blustery, windy Galicia. We're hiding in the polytunnel to get away from the wind and the rain. Spent quite a bit of time indoors this week and doing admin so we don't have to battle with the rain and the wind so much. It's that time.
It's that time, but it has made us do things that we weren't doing because we were too busy outside enjoying the sunshine doing outside jobs. So
Yeah.
it's got its benefit. Plus, our wonderful trees are now getting loads of water on them. So
Yeah, it's always a bonus.
yeah, with the warm weather that we've had and now the rain, they're budding nicely, aren't they?
Yeah, there are signs of life on the fruit trees that we planted, which is great. Especially the first batch we planted, the plum and the pears and kiwis and what else do we plant?
Oh, it's a big one.
Melocoton. I can't remember what that is in English now.
Melocoton.
Peach. It's peach.
Yeah, they're doing really well, aren't they? And also the willow trees, they're super took off.
Did a bit of footage about the willow trees. I'm sure a lot of you lay in bed at night pondering what happened to those 200 sticks that they stuck in the ground at Escape to El Campo. Well, ponder no more, viewer, because here's an update. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, we planted 200 willow trees. These ones are specifically bred for firewood, and as any past viewers will know, they were just basically sticks that we made a hole and stuck them in the ground. And 6 weeks later, here we go. Look at them, growing like crazy. Incredible, really. There's one there. There's this one. Here we go. There's another one. They're all at it. They're all making really, really good progress. Zoom out a bit. Yeah, you can see the whole line down there. Yeah, so all 200. Now I think we've had a 100% hit rate with them. None of them have died, and they're all growing. So Operation Firewood is well and truly on. And we're back. Hi, hope you enjoy those willow trees. So what else? Well, this, like I said, this week we've done quite a bit of. Well, we've attempted to do a lot of administration. We did go into town one day with 5 things that we had to do and came away with 0. We didn't do anything, did we?
No, we didn't do anything.
We couldn't do anything for various reasons. I hope you can hear us over the rain. We didn't, for various reasons. One, timing. We have this habit of going into town when everything's closed, so after 2 o'clock and before 4:30.
Yeah, but actually we'd allowed for that because everywhere closes between 2 and 4:30. So we went after everything opens again at 4:30, only to discover that one of the places we wanted to go to works 9 till 5, and we missed them by 15 minutes.
And the council offices and the agricultural offices only finish at 2.
Oh yeah, they did completely
So
finish
they
it
was
too. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had 0 for 5. Traipsing around town trying to get admin done, 0 for 5. However, we did go back, we persevered, and we overcame.
And we still didn't get everything done.
So we've got our medical certificates now to get our driving licenses swapped over to Spanish licenses.
That was a fun experience.
It was, yeah. So we made an appointment with was he a doctor? I guess he was some sort of doctor, was he?
Is he a doctor? Is he a psychologist or a...
Well, I don't think he's a psychologist.
I'm sure the time the doctor said physiologist.
That's easy for you to
I
say.
can't say it in English or Spanish.
No. Anyway, we went and we had a medical test, so we had to do a very quick eye test with our glasses on, a hearing test, which Emma really struggled with because she didn't understand the what she had to do. We had to close our eyes and touch our nose. and walk forwards and backwards. And then we got to play a computer game from the 1980s, which was very interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was a computer game.
Oh, was it not?
No, I think it was a driving test.
Oh, okay.
Did your car not have two completely separate controllers that you have to do on two separate rows?
So we had to sit in front of this 1980s portable TV screen, which was
Two-colour screen.
yeah, black and white, obviously.
Yeah,
Come on.
sorry.
Which was linked up to this ancient computer, and we had two handles which turned like this, left and right. And as you turn them, a bar on the screen. So as you turn this one, the bar moved that way, and as you turn that one, this way. And then independently, the one on this side, turn it that way and it moved that way, and turn it this way, move that way. And then you had to control these bars as it manoeuvred down a narrow lane, wasn't it?
Two wobbly narrow
Yeah.
lanes that weren't even wobbly together in tandem. They were
Yeah.
they were doing their own.
Well, it started off with going in tandem like this, and then the next one it went out and like that, and you had to make your eyes go there and back. So you were looking the wrong way with your eyes, and then they come back in again, and then they'll do this and this. But we both scored 95% on it, didn't we?
Yeah, I actually asked the woman. I said, "I've done terrible. Have I failed?" And she was like, "No, you got 95%."
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, we passed the medical, so we can crack on with getting our driving license exchanged for Spanish driving licenses. This is quite a recent thing. Obviously, before Brexit, you could come to Spain and you could swap your driving license, I believe, or could you drive on a British driving?
I just thought you kept your British driving
I don't think you
licence.
could. No, I don't think you did. I think you had to change it, but a lot of people didn't. But anyway, subsequently after Brexit, you were
Initially, you had to do a
yes,
driving
you had
test
to
again.
you had to surrender your license if you're in the country for more than a certain amount of time. Surrender your license and then do a Spanish driving test. But I think it's only since Christmas this year that Britain and Spain have got their asses in gear and sorted out some sort of agreement between us. So now we can, as long as we do it within a certain time frame, we can just swap our British license for a Spanish license.
Yeah. It is a bit of a shame because you've got grandfather rights, haven't you? Which means that you can drive some trucks and things like that, and you've took all the driving tests.
Yeah, I think because I passed my test, is it before 1990 or something like that?
1998.
Is it that late?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so maybe it's 1998. You pass your driving test in the UK before that, you get grandfather rights on certain things. So I could drive up to 7.5 ton vehicle, a passenger bus to so many passengers and all
Yeah.
that. I'm going to lose all those sort of things because you have to take a separate test apparently.
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly, I don't know.
And
Well,
I don't think
anyway.
I think we're both going to lose the towing ability. I passed my towing license a few years ago because we had a caravan, and I think that we're both going to lose that as well.
Yeah.
We have to retake that test. The only thing that you're going to keep is your motorbike license.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
So-
is a shame, but
So as in the UK, the license has to be renewed every 10 years. So Emma's is 10 years, mine's 3 years because I've got a heart problem. So I have to go back and have a medical test again, don't I?
yeah.
In 3 years' time, and hopefully everything will be fine, and I'll just get a new Spanish license.
Yeah, you had
But-
to show them a letter from your consultant, didn't you, to say that everything was alright
Yeah,
with your
yeah,
car
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. So that's all good. So yeah, that's one bit of admin.
Ticked.
Well, it's not ticked off because we haven't actually sent them off yet to be done, have we? But we've got all the paperwork we need in order to
Yeah.
send them off. So that's good.
What else did we have to? We went into town to try and go and get our medical cards. Adam is self-employed within Spain and pays his taxes, pays his social security. Therefore, we get sort of Spanish national insurance, national
Health service.
service. So we went into town to go and apply for that, and it turns out that whilst you've got a social security number in order to pay your taxes, the children and I don't have one because we didn't realise that we needed one because we're not paying taxes, obviously. It turns out that we do, so we're now having to go through that entire rigmarole all over again to try and get that sorted.
Social security numbers.
Yeah, and then we can apply for our medical card.
Yeah, and that'll be another. And I think, are we done then? Are we there or thereabouts? We've got nothing else more to do, have we? From an admin point of view.
From a foreigner's point,
Yes, or have we?
I'm sure there's something that's
Yeah.
going to wiggle its way out the woodwork.
As there will be. yeah, so from admin, that's that. As I said, the weather's not been great this week, so we've spent a lot of time running around doing that sort of stuff. We did have one very nice day during the week, didn't we? Where we got up into the chicken shed where the cats are living. We call it the pig shed. Now it's the cat shed, and now we're calling it the chicken shed. So if we refer to pig shed, cat shed, or chicken shed, we're referring to the same building. We haven't got a whole estate of buildings, it's just one building.
It's just one building that potentially by this summer could have all of those three things living in it.
Hopefully.
Then what are we going to call it?
I don't know. We'll have to come up with an acronym.
We could just call it the barn.
Yes, we'll call it the barn. Yep, so I built an entrance door to get in and out of there, the outside area. Emma went inside and braved the largest cobwebs you've ever seen in your life inside there, and I replaced the roof on it as well. So I've got a bit of footage to show you of us doing that, so here we go, enjoy.
Hello, it's chicken house day. You probably saw a couple of weeks ago that Adam and I were clearing out the chicken shed behind me just here. All of the rubbish that was in there is now gone. We noticed that some of the netting wasn't really very secure, so Adam's took that off. Let me flip you around so I can show you back. We've took the netting off because it needs putting in a bit better. We've also been told by neighbours to put on a roof on here because we do get some quite big birds of prey. Adam is also about to make a proper door to put on the front here so we can get in and out a bit better. Give us a wave, Ads. Hi. So inside here is the barn. Not sure that we've showed you inside here since we did the tour right at the beginning. We sort of use it in here to dry out kindling. Needs a right old sort out. We've not really sorted out anything in here. Our cats also live in here. Not sure that they're in here at the minute because we've let them out recently. And she's definitely out. I think he's in here still. So just here, this building just here is like an indoor chicken bit. There's the outdoors. There's like a little door at the bottom where they can get in and out. So we'll lock them in there during the night time, keep them safe from the foxes. We've never been in there just yet. I'm a bit nervous about what we might find, but needs sorting. Wish me luck. Hey Drax. Nope, he heard you, he's gone running again. So the door's open. Look at that for a cobweb. That's unreal. I am not looking forward to getting rid of that. And are they potentially egg sacs up there? I don't know. So then this is the little indoor chicken housey bit. So that must be like some laying boxes. And a little roosting area for them to keep off the floor. And then down there, this is the door for them to be able to come in and out, I guess. We're about to lock them in at night. We're going to put an automatic door on there so that it will open up at sunrise and then close again at sunset, because let me tell you, we're not exactly getting up with the sun kind of people. But yeah, I think this has got the potential for being quite nice in here. Just needs a good clean out, and someone needs to put their big girl pants on about that, I think. I've just had to come out of there for a minute. The camera's still running on time lapse, so maybe Adam will interject this in the bit where I disappear. But I've just taken the what I think is a nesting basket out of there, and the smell is next level. I actually cannot stand to be in there at the minute. This might be too much information, but there is an egg in there that had hatched and obviously not survived, and I'm not sure whether there's more of that in there. We have mice and stuff here, whether there's mice that have been stuck in there underneath the bed thing. I'm not sure, but I need a minute because I think I'm going to be sick.
So we're on with the chicken run project. We've installed this door, which you've just seen me making on the time lapse. So just give you a quick run through. So at the bottom there's the sort of kicker plate there, which is buried into a trench in the ground. At the top, at the side here, we've bent the this fencing wire around and tied it back into existence, so there's no sort of way that El Zorro can stick his nose through here and get through to the chickens. The door's closing itself, which is handy. I'm going to get 2 bolts to put on here, one at the top here and one for down here to keep it shut. On the inside, just tied it into the wall there. I've screwed this lump of wood onto the wall and then screwed this back onto there. So it's been quite a cheap little project, this, because all the wood is reclaimed. The fencing wire you can see there is what we've found knocking around on the farm, or where I've been able to reuse it from this exact chicken pen. The only thing I like to buy is the 3 hinges, and obviously I'll have to get some 2 bolts. Oh, and some U nails. I don't know if that's the correct word for them, but those U-shaped nails they use to pin the wire on. What I might do is do an excavation out here, sort of scrape the earth back and pin some chicken wire to that wooden pole that you can see there, and then bury it as sort of an anti-dig, so nothing can sort of dig through the wire and get underneath. All along here, this wire here is buried and then attached to these quite substantial logs in there, so I don't think there's any fear of Mr. Fox digging under there. And in any case, the fact that the chickens are only being here during the day, and obviously the dogs are knocking around all the time, our dogs are knocking around all the time, the cats are knocking around all the time, so hopefully that'll be enough of a and we're knocking around all the time, so that'll be enough of a deterrent to keep the fox away during the day. And at night time they'll obviously go inside the pen that Emma was cleaning out yesterday. Let's have a look in here. Yeah, so she was cleaning this dark spooky place out. Don't know if you can see the roof's coming down a bit. In this part of the world suffer quite a lot with woodworm, so any wood that stood around for any period of time ends up with hundreds of holes in it where the woodworms had a go at it. So what I'm going to do next is strip this ceiling off and put some new wood on there. The cats love living up here, so they could be up there at the minute. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them for a bit, so they're either out or they're hiding from me. Just as a point of interest, this is going to be the entrance in and out for the chickens, and we've got this sort of another sort of closed off internal space, which I guess you would keep them in. You keep the chickens in when the weather's a bit inclement like it is today, so that they don't get. I know chickens like to dust bathe, and they won't be dust bathing out in that mud out there to get them in a right state, I would imagine. So it's much drier in here, so they'll dust bathe in here and scratch around in here, and then in the better days the door will be open, they can go out. What I'm going to do is get one of these automatic chicken doors on here, so I'm not sure whether they're battery powered or solar powered, but you can program them to when they open and when they close, either to a set time or to sunrise and sunset. So I think that'll just be better all around for everybody, so we don't forget to put the chickens away at night, because I think they'll put themselves away when it gets to a certain time, and and let them out in the morning if we happen to overlay, which does happen on occasion, especially at the weekends. Talking of woodworm, these posts here on the corners there and there, I've replaced them. There was some wood there, but it was heavily rotted. In fact, I think this one was actually suspended by the roof itself. The roof was holding the pole up at the bottom there, where you can see it resting on that tile. It was just hanging in the air. Hanging in the hair could be a good name for a song. So replace them, and obviously replace this one here, just to keep the roof off. Might get up, get a brush and a ladder, and just give that roof a bit of a clean off, get a bit more light in here. We have made slightly more work for ourselves here, and Emma's cleaned out the internal coop area, the laying area, and while she was doing that, I was installing this door, and now we've got to get that out of here, which would have been much easier without that door on. Okay, so I've replaced the roof. Some new wood. I'm not sure how well that comes out. It's quite dark in here. The sun's going down as well. Anyway, so I replaced the roof on here. I had a bit of offcuts of wood, so I don't know if you can see that very well. It's quite dark. Made a little house for the cats on the top there, because that's where they like to hide from us. So I thought I'd put their bed up there. Home from home. And we're back again. Hope you enjoyed that. One thing we did discover, because we actually went in to the local agricultural cooperative to order some chickens, because we thought you would order them this week, for example, and you get them in 2 weeks' time. I don't know how long it takes to make a chicken nowadays to get them on the shelves, but we thought it might be a couple of weeks. And we were told that we need a license to keep chickens, and as it turns out, if we wanted to keep rabbits, or if we wanted to keep pigs, or if we wanted a cow, or whatever, we need individual licenses for all of these separate things.
Yeah.
So that's another bit of admin. We've got the paperwork. One of our neighbours is helping us fill that in at the moment. So hopefully we'll be able to get that down to the agricultural office
On Monday.
And then hopefully we'll pay our fee, we'll get our chicken license, and then we'll be licensed up to keep chickens. And then we'll be able to move. I think initially we're going to get six chickens and a cockerel into the barn that you've just seen us sort of renovating.
Yeah, I think it's not necessarily just a license to keep them, is it? They like to know who's got what animal and where they keep them because of aviation flu. And then
What flu?
aviation flu?
Is that aeroplane flu?
What's the word I'm looking for?
Avian flu. Watch this space for a Boeing 747 coming down with a massive cold over the winter.
Oh, I can't talk now. So avian flu.
Avian flu, as in birds.
Yeah, as in birds.
Not aeroplanes.
Shut up. I had to give them an email address, a primary number and a secondary number. So yes, somebody might ring you if they can't get hold of me. Good luck. Just to say, if in case there becomes any cases in the area, just to tell you to lock the chickens indoors, really. So it's not just the license; it's more of a who's got
notification
what and where.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's what we have in the UK as well, I believe. Where we used to live in Leicestershire, I used to commute up through Stoke and up into Cheshire for work, and there was often signs on the country lanes, you are now entering a restricted avian flu area. So yeah, it happens all over, and you get these waves coming across Europe. It's just we're just down to a lot of modern farming practices and stuff like that, I believe. But anyway, we digress.
We do. Ooh, Scarlett, our daughter's pretty famous for breaking her glasses, and she did that not long before we moved. So we replaced her glasses not long before we moved, and then miraculously she managed to break them again last week. So she's the first one of the Clark family to go into the opticians, and I think I was more nervous than she was. Well, she's more confident with her alphabet and stuff like that, and she just kind of smashed it. And yeah, so she's got some new glasses coming in the next couple of days.
Another new experience.
Yeah, something we've never done before here, and something that I can say that we've done. Oh, we went for a tour around. We reference sometimes to our neighbour behind us that has got pig. No, he hasn't. He's got cows.
He has got pigs.
He has got pigs, but he's the cow farmer. He very kindly donated us a load of his manure back in October when we got manure gate. And he was cutting down some trees, and we happened to see him, and he says, "Oh, do you want to come and have a bit of a tour?" And it was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, took us round his milking parlour, showed us all his cows,
showed us his new robot milkers that he's ordered.
Yeah, he's got 3. Well, he's only got 1 there at the minute. He's got 2 more being delivered. His robot milkers to milk his cows. It was really interesting.
It was really fascinating.
Yeah. And he says to us, if we ever want any milk, we can go up there. If we go at 9 o'clock in the morning, or at what time in the evening?
I don't think he specified the time in the evening. It just says in the evening.
As long as we go there about 9 o'clock, we can help ourselves to the milk, fresh from the teat, as it were.
I don't think he said that. He did say it's full cream and that it's not pasteurised, so you'd have to boil it first.
Yeah, if you wanted it pasteurised.
Yeah.
Some people do drink milk. Don't know, they're fresh milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having never tried it, I'm not sure that.
I've just got this. I've just got this picture in mind of the Clark family traipsing up the road, up the back of the house here, all with a bowl of cornflakes to go and get our milk in the morning, fresh from the cow to fill out the cornflakes up. But that's just my imagination.
We ought to go and try some though.
Yes, we ought to. Yeah, we ought to take him up on his offer.
Yeah.
And he actually tried to talk us into having a. We've always planned to have a couple of pigs. since we went to the Matanzas last year with our neighbours, I think we were set on getting a couple of pigs, weren't we, for this year?
Yeah.
But he tried to talk us out of having pigs and having one of his baby calves.
Because you only got to look after one calf, and that is the equivalent for 2 pigs. And I asked loads of questions about it, and we could keep a calf in the same sort of way that we would keep the pigs that we want to be able to keep. And then I was chatting to Olga about that option yesterday when she popped round for a cup of tea and to help us with some paperwork. She's the neighbour that helps us with everything, is she, our Olga? And I said, we've been recommended to having a cow. And her immediate reaction was, when you have pigs and you slaughter the pigs, the majority of the meat is preserved in either chorizo or salchichon, which is like how would you say it? Like a cured sausage.
Yeah.
Or the rest of it is kept in salt, cured in salt. She says, but a cow's 2,000 kilograms, Emma. How big is your freezer? Well, actually, we don't have a freezer at the minute. Well, imagine how big a freezer you're going to need for 2,000 kilograms of a cow. Yep. Yeah, that's a fair point.
So we're sticking with the pigs.
Sticking with the pigs.
Once we get a licence for them.
Also, I'm not being funny, but pigs aren't as pretty as cows, are they?
I don't know. I quite like pigs.
And I quite like cows. I quite like their eyes. I think I find it difficult to get rid of a cow. We're definitely not having rabbits anymore, anyway.
The cabbages that Emma planted last week, the tall Galician ones, with this rain, they've really perked up, and they're going great guns now, aren't they?
Yeah.
We've lost one to the wind. It's snapped over, but of the, how many did you plant? 30 or 40. Of the 30/40 repollos, is that what they're called?
No, collars.
Collars. Of the 30/40 collars, one snapped over in the wind, which is amazing really, because the wind we've had this week and how tall they are and how gangly they are blowing in the wind. It's amazing. We haven't lost more of them. So yeah, they're going great guns. And the seeds we planted last week, they're sprouting already. It's absolutely amazing. What's come up? We've got sunflowers.
Yeah, chickpeas.
Chickpeas.
I've planted some flowers that I'm going to be putting out. Loads of them have come up.
Some lettuces.
Some lettuces.
Some coles. Some cabbages.
Some repollos.
Yep, they've started coming up. And what else? There's something else.
Yeah, we've got no peppers yet, no tomatoes, no broccoli. Oh, have some of the melons popped up as well?
No melons.
No melons.
No, I guess they're hot. They need a bit longer to.
Yeah, but anyway.
But anyway, yeah, it's great. It's all. I think it's always a bit of a relief, and it's always great to see when those little shoots start poking their head through the soil. Yeah, the cats are going great guns. They're properly settled in. I built them a little cat house when I cleared off the top of the chicken shed.
Oh yeah.
We discovered some beehives. I've got some footage of that. Cut to the footage of the beehives.
QVT.
Well, here's a bit of a surprise. Cleaning the top of the chicken coop out that I just showed you a short while ago, and seem to have found these beehives on top of this. Three of these up there. I never really took much notice of them before. I thought they were something to do with the chickens, like a chicken coop or something. But yeah, they're definitely beehives. So that's like the little landing platform for them. Let's take the Yeah, so we don't know what, I mean, the one beehive I did show you, that was probably the best. Blimey, this wind and rain's getting up it now. Yeah. So the beehive I just shown you was probably the best of the lot. One of the other ones I got down had two sort of corners nibbled out where mice had got inside, and there was like a big mouse nest inside of it. and there was eaten acorn husks everywhere inside it. So I think that was probably a bit beyond repair. We might get 2 decent ones out of the 3 that are up there.
Oh, really?
If they're worth saving. And as like I said earlier, if you know anything about this sort of stuff, comment below, and is it worth trying to restore these, or is it more trouble than it's worth, do you think? Yeah, just let us know, because we don't know, along with most things, as you can probably guess. Yeah, so the cats, I built the cats a little house, and they've when I went up to feed them this morning, they're all snuggled up in their bed in the little house, so that was nice. I opened the window and they ran off. They never even thanked me for feeding them or for building them a little house. So yeah,
I'm sure that they're back in there now, hiding from this. I guarantee. If they've got any sense about them, anyway.
We've got a couple of I think there's probably going to be exciting weeks coming up. Over this weekend, Emma's been invited onto a
Women in farming.
Women in Farming
Yes.
weekend now.
So it's
Sorry,
farming women.
farming women.
Don't belittle them.
Okay, no, I won't at all. Don't. I know who does all the hard work around here.
It's the 20th anniversary, and it's women all over Galicia that are in farming, and it's a 2-day meetup really. There's a seed swap, there's a big lunch where we're all making things to take to have a big lunch together, and there's a couple of talks that are going to be in farming, which I'm not expecting to understand much of because it will be all in Galician, but it's the chance to meet loads of people, and I will learn a lot. I'm sure I will learn a lot. And then on Sunday we're going for a tour on the Ribera Sacra, which is the local wine, the wine
Producing
area.
medium,
Yeah. And we're going to go and meet a female winemaker, a woman winemaker.
Yeah, she runs her own bodega.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to go and meet her and see about her processes and have a tour of her wine and a bit of tasting, which would be good because I don't drink alcohol. So
Girl power weekend though.
don't belittle it.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Yeah.
I thought that was a hip thing to sell.
If I said it was hip in the 1990s, hun. It's going to be a really awesome girl power weekend. I can't wait.
And then next week in Chantada, it's the wine festival,
Yeah.
isn't it? The fiesta for the wine. They've already started putting the big marquees up down the streets there. So we're told that locally, it's the best fiesta that happens around here, isn't it? Without going to either Orense or Lugo or Vigo or one of the big towns.
Yeah.
This is the best festival of the year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we'll take you along for the ride as always, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Ciao.
Bye.
You're such an idiot. Do you need a hand getting up?
Yeah, I do actually. How did you know?
Are you okay, hon?
Heel.